Greetings!
I'm Ediz.
And I'm Ben.
And today we're reviewing Disney's live-action remake of...
Aladdin. Prince Abu.
So, no need to worry about spoilers, obviously, because everybody knows Aladdin, and it's practically the same film.
Practically, there's some differences.
There's some differences, but it's practically the same.
There's some differences.
I think it's worse.
What? Don't give away the end. That's a spoiler review for the review. That should come at the end. My God. Okay, so we feel some kind of way about the live actions. Like, I don't see that there's any point, whatever. Yeah. The first one I probably watched was Dumbo. And I was disappointed with that. See our review for that. But so I'm going into this hoping that Aladdin's a little bit better.
So the film starts and I'm super hyped, actually. Like, we were walking in and I was super like, actually, we're about to watch this film.
Yeah, because we love Aladdin. Yeah, Aladdin's sick.
Aladdin's like...
Childhood as well.
Like, I was born the year it came out.
Wow, give away your age. So in the original cartoon, obviously it starts with a little peddler with his like Tupperware being like, Tupperware.
This is the famous Dead Sea Tupperware. Listen. Still good.
And which is obviously Robin Williams in the original. So they've done a similar scene, but with Will Smith.
Yeah.
And he was just like on a boat telling his children a story, and it was a funky start. And not as in funky, as in that's funky. Like,
how would you know?
Yeah, it was like it was setting up the tone, but like
it didn't set the tone right at all.
And so here's first of all, my first thing about the film is obviously it's a musical, but the songs, especially at the beginning, just come out of nowhere and not in a fun way. Yeah. It was like, here's a scene, and then I'm singing. Yeah. What? Ugh. It made me feel uncomfortable personally.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like the beginning. The first 20 minutes of the film for me
were not good.
Like, a song would start and I'd feel like my body, and I'd feel like I'd be sinking into the chair and like looking at you.
Yeah. Like, and by the time it got to sort of like one jump, like, so we're in the story. It's basically Will Smith as the man on the boat is telling the story to his kids.
Like, oh, sing for us, Daddy. And then
he's like, oh no, I don't sing.
And then he turns around and he's like, oh, I come from it. But it wasn't funny, or it was just a bit random.
But in all honesty, the first 20 minutes to half an hour honestly felt like a Disney Channel original movie. What? Like, there was the bit where, you know, one jump, and they were running through it. It reminded me of that scene in Descendants.
They think I'm callous, a low-life hood. I feel so useless. Misunderstood.
Right.
It felt like it had a big budget, but also there's just something off about it.
Yeah.
There was something felt a bit TV movie.
Why is that a bad thing? Look at High School Musical. It's a great film.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have gone to the cinema to see it. Definitely went to see number 3 though. But the first one, it feels like a TV movie.
I know what you mean, but why is that like an insult? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Because I'm paying full price for something. I'm expecting a spectacle. Oh, it did not get off to a good start.
No, and that's a shame, because what they were doing, actually, some stuff was actually really cool. Like that stuff he did with the like spinning down the wall.
Parkour!
Yeah, parkour stuff.
Parkour! So in this beginning bit, we've set up some characters. So we've set up Will Smith as a random person on a boat. Weird. We've set up Aladdin. What do you think about Aladdin? Or what's his name? The actor's name?
Mina Masood.
Amina?
No, just Mina.
Mina.
Mina? Mena. Mina. It's Mina. It's not Mena.
So we've got Mina Masood as Aladdin. What do you think of him?
At first, I wasn't a fan, to be honest with you. He didn't like bring me in. I didn't find him very charming. But then later on in the film, loved it.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I feel like facially he just looks like a cartoon character.
Eyes, his mouth.
Like his eyes are like big and cartoony. He's got a big like charming smile.
Yeah.
I think he fits the mold really well.
Yeah.
Some other characters that get set up in the beginning. We've got Jasmine, who is played by
Naomi Scott
from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So the Pink Ranger's up in here. I really liked what they did with Jasmine. I think this is one of the better parts of this movie.
Film, yeah. But that's why you do a remake, right? You do it so that you improve the story and you make it better and you make it more relevant.
So in the original, her main want and desire for the film was, I want to marry a man. It was all based around her love for Aladdin, and why won't you let me pick my own partner?
If I do marry, I want it to be for love.
Yeah, because Prince is coming in to meet her.
Yeah, which I get. That's not a cool situation to be, but they upped the stakes in this one and they made her She doesn't just want a man. She wants to be Sultan,
She'll
and
take
rightly
over.
so.
Yeah, she's like next in line.
Yeah, she's next in line. Why should a man come in
Yeah.
and then be ruler of the
You
kingdom
need to
that she
be-
was born into?
Yeah, you need to have a prince so that you can.
Yeah, and then she had a great song. Well, I like the song now. A song called Speechless, which got a great little meaning behind it. So the song was written by
Pasek and Paul.
with Alan Menken.
Yeah, about the guys who did Great Showman. They wrote Dear Evan Hansen. They've done.
Those are the only two I know.
Yeah. But they're killing it. They did La La Land as well.
La La Land, that's the one. But the first song, it kind of came out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, Jasmine's got a song. This is good. And then it just ended. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But-
Like, it was like that. Sorry, it was like that whole thing where it just kind of comes out of nowhere. You just said that, didn't
yeah.
you?
Thanks for interrupting me to repeat what
Repeat what
I
you
just
just
said. But then the second half of the song, it kind of then felt very Eurovision. Like a Eurovision anthem. I feel like it would do very well on there.
That's not a good thing.
What are you trying to say about Eurovision, huh?
Come on, what Eurovision song does well?
Apart
Apart from that one.
Did you watch it this year?
No.
What do you think about Sultan?
Yeah, I actually liked him. Thought it was really good.
I didn't really have an opinion. He was just there. Really.
Yeah, in the film, in the original, he's really like.
He's like,
honestly like, oh,
marvelous, simply marvelous.
Absolutely marvelous.
Yeah, he's not as fun and cuddly. You don't want to cuddle him, do you?
no, he's not big and fat.
But maybe you shouldn't want to cuddle the Sultan. Maybe this is a life lesson for us all.
Just because they're fat doesn't mean you should cuddle them.
Someone else who's changed appearance a little bit is Jafar.
Can we talk about
No, it's not.
that? It's not worth it.
What do you think?
Why are you being so loud?
What do you think, Ediz?
Of Jafar.
So he's played by Marwan Khanzari, who doesn't quite look like Jafar in the movie. And I'm saying I don't want it to be like the
Yeah.
same. But Jafar in the original is just so evil and twisted, and you just know he'll stop at nothing to get what he wants. This guy's motives were a little bit just like, oh, I don't want to be second anymore.
Depends what they're doing with like why they're doing the remake. They're trying to make it more real, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like instead of it just being like Jafar, he's like just being bad because he's bad. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm evil. I want to take over the world. It's like, I feel like he had more of a
Okay, sure. It was more
backstory.
grounded, I guess.
I mean, the backstory was terrible, but it was.
Oh, I thought you liked it.
Yeah, but thinking about it now, it's like
The whole he used to be a thief like
I used to be
Aladdin.
a thief like you. Like it.
you made it sexual. Like
I used to be a thief like you. Like, okay, they gave him some sort of like why he's the way he is and who he is and what he wants.
That's a lot. So many questions have been answered. I didn't even ask them.
But it's a terrible backstory, and you don't really care.
Okay.
No, I take that back. I take that back. I do care.
What are you trying to say?
No. I liked him. I think people are hating on him, and I kind of liked it.
Yeah, it was just a bit different, I guess.
But people are hating on him.
Hating.
People are hating on on the character, like the whole thing they did with Jafar.
Oh, I wouldn't hate.
But people are saying like it's the worst thing about it.
Why?
Yeah, people are saying it's really bad.
What's bad about it?
Just that he had nothing like the Jafar that we saw in the original. No, he doesn't really. He's not really that.
Yeah, I guess that's
evil.
what I just said.
And like someone was like, oh, he's like really like just monotone. It's like just because someone's evil doesn't mean they have to be like I'm evil and I'm telling you. Because everything he says is very like I am Jafar and I talk like this. Do you know what I mean? Where in the film he's really like I'm.
Go on, what's he like in the film?
Ecstatic.
So we were not enjoying this really at all until.
Oh, I'd got into it a little bit. About half hour in, I was warming up to it. I was like, okay, this is what it is.
This is what it had to be.
But then
we saw Will Smith
as the genie,
And the crowd goes wild!
and obviously this is the controversial thing: is he going to be good? He's got obviously big boots to fill with Robin Williams.
He filled them.
No, he didn't. No. He didn't fill the boots. He bought some new shoes.
Boots, yeah.
He bought some different shoes, which is what you have to do in that situation.
You have to, yeah.
Like if they'd got another comedian to try and like riff and do all that, it would have flopped.
Yeah.
But he's so charismatic that he could create his own sort of thing as the genie.
And it worked.
Yeah, it actually did. There are a few moments that I found a little eggy.
Unnecessary.
But as a whole, he brought so much fun and charisma to it that it's like, if you think about recent things we've seen Will Smith in, this was back to like almost fun Fresh Prince Will Smith.
Yeah.
Like he's done so many moody things recently, like Suicide Squad and that. It was nice to see him enjoying himself, I think.
What Robin did was he took his stand-up persona and used his stand-up persona, and I was like, oh, I could just use my sort of Fresh Prince persona and use that.
Yeah, that's like the reason people liked him in the first place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
So where the first few songs kind of came out of nowhere, Friend Like Me, that was the first bit that I felt like captured the magic of the original film.
And that's why it wasn't weird, because you go, okay, this is a production number and we're about to do that. Whereas the other stuff, they just like walk into a room, they're like, riff raff. And it was like...
You hated that bit.
Oh, it's terrible. But Friend Like Me...
was a lot of fun.
It was good. It had his own flair on it, and it was still good.
Mm-hmm. There were a few little Easter eggs of like... he got a map at one point, and you saw like the Disney castle, like Fantasyland thing.
That was cool.
And then there's another time you saw the animated characters like from the original.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted a little bit more of that. Like, see how in the original, like he'd like turn into Pinocchio, and then he'd pick Sebastian the crab out. Like it would have been fun to see a few more like little Disney references. But I guess you don't need them. It was fine without them.
But why you go in the first place to watch it? For nostalgia, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
So you could have probably taken it a bit further.
And that's the hard thing about these remakes, is like they know they're getting people in there with the nostalgia. But is nostalgia just rewatching the same film with different effects? Is that nostalgia? That's a deeper subject. So yeah, so by the time we got out the Cave of Wonders and we've got the genie and all of that, the film is really going...
It picks up.
Yeah, and especially after Friend Like Me, I am now
fully
enjoying it. And Prince Ali was a lot of fun. I was fully enjoying that.
Prince Ali was actually my favourite, I think.
And then there was actually some genuinely funny scenes after that, when they're talking about all the gifts they bought for them, and there's awkwardness.
Yeah, and the scene with the switchy Jasmine...
Switchy Jasmine.
When he meets Jasmine and she pretends...
Oh yeah,
that was a cool scene.
Yeah, that was cool.
It gave her some depth.
So there's a couple of new characters. So we've got the handmaiden, who's played by Nasim Pedrad from New Girl. That's how we know.
She's great.
Hey, Allie, wanna grab a beer after work?
No.
Oh.
Prince Anders.
Oh.
The white blonde guy, right?
Really good.
He was funny.
Yeah, it was good. It was random.
It was a good bit of comic relief. Yeah, and it just starts becoming a lot of fun. There's a whole sort of dance, like a party scene, right? How did you feel about this party scene? I feel like you have opinions of the dancing.
My issue is the fact that they kept doing this weird thing in the film, throughout the whole film, where they like speed up things. Yeah. So like they'd be like a dance routine, sort of like, hey, it'd be like, in like one count, like it's like they sped it up.
But it's sped up, but a human could dance that speed.
Yeah, it wasn't like
it's not like it's crazy fast forward.
Yeah.
It was like it's like
they'd done it in slow motion and then they just sped it up to match the tempo.
Or they did it to a slower version of the song.
But
maybe
is it like an effect they're going for? Or is it like?
It seemed intentional, but it seemed like a weird choice. But at the same time, a lot of people were like hating on the effects when it first got released and the blue genie. All the genie stuff looks great.
Oh, it looks amazing.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
So it's not. I don't think it's a visually bad film. There was just a couple of weird choices.
No, but even I was about to say it's not visually. But
you're wagging that finger a lot right now. I have to say.
A whole new world. We've not spoken about this yet.
We've not.
I wasn't impressed.
What's hard is we're always going to compare it to the original because it's literally remaking the original or reimagining it. But in the original, you go to the pyramids. They knock the nose off the Sphinx. They like tumble and turn, and
it's in the lyrics. Nothing I don't like about this film.
You're on one today.
He has. So Jafar becomes the most powerful sorcerer in the world, right?
Okay, we're at the ending now. Apparently, we've skipped ahead.
We acknowledge he has his snake staff thing back, right? He can stamp it on the ground and move things around, right?
As a sorcerer, right?
Yeah, he can move people into prisons. He can kill people, whatever, right? They then take the lamp,
Yeah.
and they start going around a carpet.
Okay.
Why doesn't he just go, oof?
So what he does is he goes, I'm going to transform Iago into a giant bird
Iago.
to get it back, which was a sick scene, and I really enjoyed that whole little chase scene.
Yeah.
Kind of came out of nowhere, but it was very enjoyable.
Uh-huh.
But your point is, why didn't you just go, zoom, haha, sucker?
Yeah.
The only thing that I found disappointing about the end was I wanted to see him turn into...
Snake.
Let's see how snake-like I can be, and turn into a giant snake. That didn't happen, but the whole Iago bird thing was pretty cool.
As a whole, though, we did enjoy it.
Okay, yeah. In summary, was so awkward in the first 20 minutes.
Oh, it was terrible.
It's not good. But as a whole, it was enjoyable. I enjoyed myself. Do I think there's a place for these films? Still kind of no. But did I enjoy it? Yeah. If you enjoyed the first one, you're probably going to like it. If you hate all these live action remakes, you're probably not going to love this.
Yeah.
But because it was made by Guy Ritchie, I was expecting a few more London gangsters and I didn't see none. Would have been kind of sick if, like, Aladdin was just like, what'd you say?
So that was our review of Aladdin.
Yeah. The night before we went to see Aladdin, there was like a special event of the Tastes of Agrabah to celebrate the new film. So we made a little video on that. So, I don't know, watch it if you want to.
Check it out.
And don't forget to like this video.
Subscribe.
And we'll catch you on the flip-flop.
I was going to say to leave a little comment, maybe. That's also sometimes fun.
Mate, if you leave a comment, we'll talk to you, innit? We're nice. See you later.
Peace.